How's it going, people? Jeff here with Ecom Geeks. Today we are going to be talking about the top 10 apps for your store in 2021. Let's get started. The first app we have here is Form Builder with File Upload, and this is by Hulk Apps. Now, this is very unique in that it allows you to create really customized, forms, notifications. It's very dynamic and it covers a large range of different things. I think the best example I have here is, for example, if RSVPing, okay, you'll be missed. Yes, okay, it opens up all these other options and whatnot. So it's great in that regard, and there are countless different means of using it. The basic is free, and then the pro plan is only $10. So if you really need to customize what people are seeing, this is definitely the app for you. Next up, we have the app Tabs by Station, and this is actually one of my personal favorite apps out there. It is super useful and it's free. I mean, there's paid versions, but even those are super cheap. Basically, what this allows you to do is it allows you to shorten your product descriptions and break them up into different tabs. So, for example, there's this lovely Ecom Geeks unisex T-shirt. I got a description. I can click on washing guide. I just put this in here, and then like size guide there. It allows you to save a lot of space that can be used for better things. So this doesn't force the customer to have to scroll down to the bottom of their page in order to view the sizing guide. It's really great. It's very easy to use. I highly recommend it. Next up, we have personalized recommendations. And this is quite an interesting app because what it does is it uses AI to figure out what products people typically buy together. So it's basically trying to figure out, okay, person A who gets product A often gets products B and C. So I'm going to make a suggestion here that they're all maybe you want to buy this as well. I'll show you some images here to make things look a little bit more easy. So this person's added something to the cart. It shows the related products there. Shopify has some of this built in depending on your theme, but it's not smart. It just kind of shows other products. This is actually using AI to figure out what products are related. So it can be very good. It depends on how much you want to put into it, but it's definitely good at trying to get customers to purchase other things even at checkout. The next app that we have is incredible at abandoned cart recovery. Now, there's a lot of abandoned cart recovery features built into Shopify as well as third-party apps, but this one is particularly cool because it does not need an email address in order to be able to let people know about abandoned carts. You basically it's more focused on cell phones. And you'll see here that it's related to their browser. So it's actually their browser that's sending them a notification like, oh, did you forget this? Or, there's something new coming up or something like that. It's very good at kind of getting in there and kind of pestering people to remind them about the product that they didn't get or new products that have just come up. So very good at getting, wiggling its way in there. I definitely recommend it. It's really great at recovering some of your abandoned carts. Next up, we have Auto Currency Switcher by ML Veda. At least I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anyways, Auto Currency Switcher, pretty cool app. Like any other currency converter, it's intended for to be able to sell internationally. That's the end goal. Now I've used this widget a little bit, and it can be a little temperamental with where it places it. I mean, you can do it at the top or the bottom, but sometimes it interferes with other apps, so you do have to be a little bit careful with it. There are definitely other currency switching apps out there, so take a look. This one is one of the better ones, but that doesn't mean that the other ones aren't good as well. Taking a look at the pricing here, you've got your free version, or you can go all the way for $10 a month. Next up, we have digital downloads, and this is actually made by Shopify. For some reason, all of the Shopify apps get like really poor reviews, which makes no sense because this is a really, really great app. It basically it allows you to sell digital products like the name would suggest. So whether that's music or digital art or clip art or anything digital at all that you want your customers to be able to purchase when there is no physical product to sell, this is the app for you, and it's great. It does it wonderfully. It's completely free because it's made by Shopify. It doesn't make things hard. It's really really some good stuff. If you have digital products, then this is definitely the app for you to go for. So next we have the plugin SEO Optimizer, and this is by ShareSwift Capital. This is pretty cool. So Shopify is pretty good at ensuring your SEO exists in the first place and is pretty decent. That being said, there is definitely room for improvement there, especially when you have an app designed by a company that its entire intent is to ensure that your SEO is as up to date as possible, that you're getting the most traffic and sales out of what you have. It's very good, and there's different levels of how much you want to pay for it. I mean, there's the free version, which is basically it'll tell you what's wrong, and then there's the paid version, which kind of like automates it for you. That's kind of like the big difference from what I've been able to determine. But yes, very good app. SEO is super, super important, so make sure that you have something that can at least ensure that your SEO is optimized, because you want to make sure you're getting as much native traffic as possible. The next app we have here is called Smile, and it's a rewards and loyalty app by Smile. And it is great because a lot of stores really want a loyalty rewards app that encourages customers to come back. You really want to make sure that the customers are interested in your store and have a reason to come back. You build up points. You can set what your points buy. Whether that's a discount or a coupon or whatnot. You define how many points you get from whatever purchases. There's a lot of great features in this, and loyalty apps are really awesome. They're very useful. This one works very well. I definitely highly recommend it. Next up, Referral Candy. This is by Referral Candy, the company itself, and this is great. It basically gives people whatever sort of monetary reward or whatnot in terms of like a discount or just plain money off of your order, just by inviting your friends. They get it, they use it, and boom, you get whatever reward that you determine for the customer to get. It's super useful because it uses your own traffic in order to get other customers who are probably going to be interested, if it's their friends and family, and their customers think that this is something interesting that would be something that their friends or family would be interested in, then it's definitely something that can pull you in. Now the one thing is that this guy is a whopping $50 a month. There's larger plans available than that, but it is very good, and this guy's been around for a while. It's had a high amount of success rate. Lastly, we have Aftership Return Center, and this is a good app to have because returns are a thing. They are a part of e-commerce. They are, and sometimes it's cheaper just to give somebody a refund than to try, or just to send them a new product, as opposed to going through all the process of having to ship their product back to you. This gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of being able to manage your refunds easily, and just do it simply, because refunds are something that a lot of stores struggle with, and it just takes up a lot of time and effort. That being said, so there's the free plan, and then you can go from $10, $30 to $100 all the way up for different options. I mean, 3 returns per month on the free plan is very, very minimal. So it is a little bit more pricey, but definitely a returns app is useful in general. So I would recommend finding something like this if it's not it itself. So there you go. There are our top 10 recommended Shopify apps for 2021. Hope that helps you out. Catch you next time. Looking to improve your store? Hire a geek. We offer individual store optimizations, one-on-one training, as well as workshops. Check out the description below for more information.